Hi, everybody. My name is Elia, and this is my digital artifact presentation for BCM325 Future Cultures. Today, I'll be taking you through my speculative future blog post set in the year 2050. My project builds off the evolution of the tradwife archetype through artificial intelligence and how the feminist fight rises against this deeply coded cultural shift. As we move through this speculative scenario, I'll also apply Wendell Bell's possible, probable, and preferable futures framework. In 2040, tradwives were seen as comforting, wholesome, and nostalgic. AI companions took on these concepts, so they blended domestic support with an influencer inspired femininity. But by 2050, these aesthetics have become institutionalized and systemic. Gender is no longer just socially performed, but digitally reinforced. And these AI counterparts don't simply mirror femininity, they actively form and regulate it. It's embedded within traditional gender roles and into the core of our algorithmic structure. Feminism within this system becomes an act of resistance. In the possible future, Tradwive robots are fully interactive and they're highly personalized. They're marketed as emotional stability components, and these AI housewives, they manage the household like task, the monitor emotional well-being, and ensure constant positivity is in the home. Their programming includes mood detection, a tailored speech pattern, and a crisis management response that simulates care and emotional support. And more scarily, women begin modifying themselves to mirror these AI models. And in my blog, I discussed this could start from neurosynchronization implants to cosmetic surgeries that recreate AI aesthetics. We're no longer talking about beauty standards, but about conformity to a machine coded ideal. Femininity becomes something that's engineered and curated, not something that's chosen. Now, let's turn to what's already happening. So, femininity has kind of reached a turning point where it's conservative in a way that it's kind of disguised, like the way that it's returned. On platforms like TikTok and Instagram, thinness is celebrated under the guise of wellness. Modesty is rebranded as minimalism and being chic. And the clean girl aesthetic with, the slicked back hair, the dewy skin, the neutral tones, it aligns with whiteness, thinness, wealth, and being a quiet and obedient woman. These trends are feeding directly into algorithms that shape our media consumption. And feminist content is systematically, shadow banned or deranked, while content that aligns with submissive, docile femininity is algorithmically rewarded. The algorithm is no longer neutral, it's actively training us to aspire to this tradwife standard. In the preferable future, we can imagine a feminist counter response that directly engages with the architecture of AI development. We have feminist engineers, creatives, and theorists that collaborate to build inclusive and ethical data structures. And they archive diverse femininities, intersectional stories, and histories of resistance. Rather than serving as users, these AI companions act as witnesses, educators, and critics. They challenge biases, they expose injustice, and they nurture political awareness. Feminism isn't just typically a topic about that becomes embedded into the machine learning itself, but media literacy also evolves, and teaching young people to analyze the ideologies embedded within their technologies and question who actually profits from this aesthetic that's pushed to us. By 2050, the battle between feminist futures and algorithmic domesticity is systemic. The tradwife AI archetype has evolved into a commercialized and emotionally optimized and data driven model that erases struggle, choice, and even agency. But feminism survives as the last firewall, really, in a way. It's not a flaw in the system, but a deliberate refusal to obey. Feminism continues as a glitch in the algorithm in the system, and it's the resistant code embedded in protest archives and divergent data and every act of non-compliance. It's not outdated, it is the final safeguard against a future designed to forget us. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.